Why do you think some days in your home are more active than others? When you were kids, did you believe in ghosts? Have you considered moving because of the activity?
We are back!
And welcome back to our channel, everybody.
We thought that today, because there is just a handful of new people who have come over from none other than Nuke's Top 5s.
Name dropping.
we thought we'd put some questions out to the realm of the Instagram.
The Instagram universe, the Instaverse.
And we thought we'd just kind of do a bit of a Q&A. You get to know us, we get to know you, and like what your questions are all about, and you get to know what it's like to live in a haunted house. If you don't already know, it's pretty freaking weird.
So, get yourself a brew.
Turn off.
Where's our brews?
Oh, they're here. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Oh, that's better.
So, get yourself a brew.
Turn off the lights.
And let's get into the video.
Cheers.
First question. Why do you think some days in your home are more active than others?
Oh, massive question to get us going.
Good one. Thanks, Matty. Right, I think that I've got like two kind of theories about this. Firstly, is that we have times that are really, really busy, like the energy, you can feel it's up there's things being moved and things like that. And then we have moments or like periods of time where it's really quiet, where we can hear things, but nothing really moves, not much happens. And I feel like in those more quieter moments, it's almost like the energy's being gathered and collected, like almost like the battery's being charged for the bigger times. But then also we notice more things going on and a lot more movement when we're having kind of times in our life where it's a little bit more turbulent and there's a bit more kind of, maybe not negativity, but like emotional energy going on around us.
Yes.
And maybe that fuels it too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you've hit the nail on the head with that one.
We've had a bit of a quieter period recently, and I do think that that's off the back of the amount of energy that was needed and that was like expelled or used from our spirit board session. And I think the fact that we connected with David/Derek, our spirit who lives in our home, and I think he's quite happy and settled with his like ability to like converse with us through that. So yeah. I think he's settled down a little bit.
Not forgetting the fact that you are a little bit psychic. You swig that brew. Right, it's a bit more personal one. You ready? Mm-hmm. Most embarrassing moment.
Ooh.
Gan on.
Me? Shall I go first?
Yeah, you go first. I need to have a little brainstorm.
I've had many, but there was one that's just popped into my head now. So I used to work in a nursery, and it was coming up to I kind of got the job at the beginning of the year. So it was coming up to my first Christmas time with my work friends, colleagues. And we did a Secret Santa. So I'd never done a Secret Santa with this group before. Now, every single Secret Santa I have ever participated in always revolved around joke presents. So I just thought that was the thing, like joke presents, £10, everybody pays 10 quid.
Well, yeah, exactly. You don't have a Secret Santa if it's serious.
Exactly.
It's boring.
So we sat around this beautiful restaurant and I'd had some time off work before this Christmas function. So during that time, everybody had being given some wrapping paper from the same ream. Okay.
So you're already.
But I didn't get the wrapping paper.
Oh,
so the presents got handed out and everyone was opening their presents at the same time. And I was like looking around the table and people were getting like beautiful picture frames and candles and like bath sets and just really just nice kind of gifts. So that, you know, like...
Is this the point where you started to have like sweat beads and you're like, oh God.
I was on one end of the table, it was a long table, on the other end of the table was the person who I got for Secret Santa, who was unwrapping from my wrapping paper. So couldn't have been from anybody but me.
Oh no.
Penis straws.
Did they find it funny?
Edible underwear. The ones that are like...
Oh, it doesn't end. It doesn't end.
Sweets. And there was something else, all from like Ann Summers. And I just remember I being like, oh, and just sliding them off the table and putting them on the floor. And everyone was like, oh my God, I love this gift, thank you. Like, really grateful for the gift.
And she's just there like,
And she's there with her freaking willy straws and her freaking edible underwear. And I'm like dying. So mortified. So yeah, that was...
How have I never heard this story before?
I don't know.
Okay, here's one.
Okay.
Work function again. Work function. This one was kind of like, so I work for a franchise. And there's like multiple franchises congregating at this one place. We're all at our like own designated tables. You're kind of told where to sit, and you kind of, it's like an award ceremony.
Oh, canny.
Right? So I'm an apprentice. I've been there maybe like 5 months.
Okay.
Right? So I don't really know them. They don't really know me. It got off to a rough night to begin with because I'd already like, I was that guy that kind of like accidentally batted my hand and knocked over the water all over the table, right? So I'm already in the bad books.
Accidents happen.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, it's okay. I can redeem this. I can fix this.
Okay.
So the night moves on, and I can hear like my bosses having a bit of a conversation. So I'm like, oh, I'll just go and sit with them, having a conversation with them. And then basically this name crops up, and this is the name of my boss's child. But I didn't know this was my boss's child at the time. I wasn't aware.
Oh no, Ben.
So they cropped up this name, and I'm like, I've heard that name and I know that child, thinking it's another child. And I'm like, I really dislike that child. So I then express my dislike for said child and reasons, I list off reasons why I even dislike this child. The whole table stops, looks down, and I'm like, okay. My boss goes, yeah, we're talking about my child. I was like,
oh my God, Ben.
I am sat there and I'm like, I'm just gonna go. And they were like, and I was like, so I stood up and I left.
That's mint.
And then I had the audacity to ask for some drinks tokens later on. Can I have some drinks tokens, please?
Shy Ben's getting out. Next question. If there was anything you could do, what would it be?
Is this like...
worldly or otherworldly?
Is this like...
or jobs?
Yeah. Should we go jobs?
Okay. I would love to be a pathologist or a CBeebies presenter.
All right.
I know they're two different things, but I just would find both of them really fun or interesting.
Is a pathologist someone that picks spots?
No. Oh, I'd like to be a spot popper.
Dr. Pimple
a pop
Popper.
spotter.
Yeah, you do like a bit
I'd
of a
do
pop
that.
spot.
Me bother. What
And
about you, Ben?
I think the 13-year-old in me is screaming at the minute that they'd love to be a footballer still, but it just never happened. It's just never happened. It's never going to happen, so I can let that one go.
What about otherworldly? If there was anything you could do, what would it be?
Oh, I'd 100% want to turn invisible.
I would want to be able to travel through the universe and explore it and just see.
Oh, what a good one.
Like, see about the other dimensions. Like, just try and get answers.
You would be like Tim Peake, but awesome.
I would...
Not that I'm saying Tim Peake's not awesome.
If I had a choice, I would love to be a Neil deGrasse Tyson and a Tim Peake hybrid.
A love child.
No, just those two people put together with the abilities to, like, travel through the universe.
Do you have any regrets, spooky related?
Oh, I feel like we've been very cautious anyway.
Yeah.
I think the only regret I have is not showing how we did our protection when we did that spirit board session.
Yeah.
Because people questioned us on that. And kind of like the full sort of cycle, like the full, like opening and closing.
Yeah, I think similar to you, I would have like just sat there and I'd have been like, right, here are the friggin' rules. Don't at me for taking my finger off the planchette, because that is actually, hold it. That's actually okay.
Yeah. And actually, we've had another psychic medium contact us. She's got thousands and thousands of followers, and she's been on TV and all sorts of things. And she sent us a message and basically backed up everything that Sam had said, like backed up everything we were saying. So,
who you gonna argue with now?
when you were kids, did you believe in ghosts?
No.
You didn't?
No, not at all.
I was raised to go to church every week. I was christened. I was confirmed at the age of 12 and did like the schooling and stuff every Sunday. And apart from the Holy Ghost, we were told that like, no, like that sort of thing doesn't exist. But that doesn't kind of take away from the fact that I was experiencing certain things but not really acknowledging them or accepting them as what I think they were now. In short, basically.
Is that because you wouldn't accept it or because you couldn't?
Well, I remember being a child and thinking that even my thoughts would send me to hell.
Oh.
When I was younger.
So quite heavily involved in it.
Well,
You'll never go to hell, you two. She's too pretty for hell.
give over.
Next question. Is there anything spirit related that you would like to do, go, see, experience, but are too scared? Yes, literally everything.
No, don't be silly.
Nah, I love a good ghost hunt, me, but I can't do it on my ones. Oh, there's my answer then. There's my answer. A ghost hunt on my own. I would never go and do that because you'd be foolish to do it.
No, I would do that. I don't feel like I've experienced enough to have like gained a genuine fear of doing things yet. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I got that.
I think I would have to experience something first and to see if it scared me enough to not do it again. But at the moment, no, I would give anything a go. I would love to. I'm like itching for lockdown to lift so that we can get out and visit places and do some investigations with people and just really get stuck in. Have you considered moving because of the activity? P.S. I love your content. Ellie, that is so lovely. Thank you for your question, and also thank you for that like lovely comment. We have considered moving.
Yeah.
And we are looking to move soon, but it was more towards the beginning that we considered moving, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think now it's more a case of like we would kind of seek a bit more help before we moved.
If it was kind of like a situation where we felt like we were living in fear and that we were kind of in danger, really, I couldn't live somewhere where I constantly feared for my safety.
No.
I wouldn't have that. But I feel like we've really gotten to know our spirit in our house, David, and I feel like I'm pretty certain that if we asked him to come with us to our next home, he would. To answer that in short, no. We're not moving. We're not moving at the moment, and yes, we have considered it.
Massive question. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, I'll hold.
Okay.
What's it like knowing you live in a haunted house?
I think it's quirky.
Quirky.
That's
a delicate way of putting it.
Well, it's a bit like not many people can say that they do.
No, this is very true.
Not something like that if I meet someone, I'm like, I live in a haunted house.
No.
But
it's not something you sing from the rooftops, but it's like it is a good dinner party conversation.
It's like you're never alone. You're like you never know what to expect, like what's coming, which is pretty fun, really, in my opinion. And what's it like? It's just our home is really lovely and like homely and welcoming and kind of you don't walk in and feel like there's like
a negative presence.
Yeah, although Sam did walk in and it was like she was hit by a brick wall as she stepped through the door.
Yeah, that was weird.
She was like, hang on a second, she had to take some breaths. I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd ever say that.
Nah.
So, what's it like knowing that we live in a haunted house?
How do we sum it up in one word?
I think it's an experience.
All right.
And I would love anybody who doesn't believe in this sort of thing, because we were quite on the fence, to give it a go. to have that experience.
Babe, I wasn't even on the fence. I was in next door neighbour's garden. Like, I wasn't even on the fence about it.
There you go then. What was your first proper paranormal experience like? Were you scared?
We were sat watching TV, just chilling, standard time. But
evening, post-work sort of thing.
And we were just sat there, and then a plant underneath the TV moved.
It wasn't a real plant, by the way.
No, it was fake because we can't keep real ones alive. But
well, I can't.
But it moved, and we were like, literally like that, and then
we like kind of were like, and I'm like, did you see that? And Ben was like, yeah. And I went, what did you see? And he's like, I swear that plant just moved. I went, me too. And then it like opened up the conversation because we'd separately been experiencing things and saying things and not said anything to each other.
Yeah, and then that kind of sparked the conversation, and then here we are.
Yeah, so our first like together paranormal experience was in this house. I'd noticed things weren't where I'd left them for a while, and there were a couple of things like I was in the bath one day and I heard like a really gruff man's voice so our house is a 3-story house. Our bedroom's on the top floor, the bathroom is on the middle floor, and I'd heard a man's voice from upstairs call my name, but Ben was at work and I was in the house alone.
Mental. Kind of saw shadow people and like silhouettes of people, and heard lots of footsteps.
Yeah,
but
we still hear footsteps now.
But I kind of like wrote it off as other things, but it's clearly not.
There we go.
Does the paranormal affect you both as a couple? I think if anything, it's just brought us closer together.
It's given us like, I don't want to say a hobby, but I guess we found an interest, like a mutual interest, like another mutual, obviously we've got other ones, and it's something that we spend a lot of time like learning about, talking with you guys on here. And because of this, we've fallen into like a situation where this has become like a huge hobby to us because we now share it with you guys.
Yeah.
So it kind of brought us together. It's almost like this was never in our plan to make a YouTube channel and discuss these sorts of things. And it's now, we found ourselves in a situation where
that's all we do.
This is all we do. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a good job we enjoy it.
It's a good job we like each other because we spend a lot of time with each other now.
We do.
I wouldn't change it though.
No, not at all. Would you ever go and do ghost haunts at different locations?
Yes.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
done a couple. We did Edinburgh Vaults and we did Oxford Castle and Prison.
But I actually want to do a paranormal investigation with people who know what they're doing. I want to learn as much as I can. I want to see the equipment that they've got. I want to just sit and chat to these people about their experiences, and I want to get stuck in.
Let's do it.
I would love that. If anybody's interested who does those sorts of things, like, hit us up, will you? We would adore to experience that with you guys.
Definitely. Let's get it done.
Yeah. What does your family think about you talking to ghosts and stuff? My family are really open to that sort of thing. They like to keep up to date with things that are going on. My auntie really is interested in that sort of thing anyway. She's had so many experiences. So I actually think she's got a bit of psychic going on. Well, 2 of my aunties do. So yeah, they're all really supportive. They understand. They kind of have a bit of an understanding because of like developed empathy from their own experiences. So yeah, they're all really supportive of us and kind of give us advice and keep on top of our updates and things like that.
Would you like kids? And if so, how many?
I'll let you answer that.
Yes, and 1. Happy?
Yeah.
Shake on it?
Pinky promise?
Is that a done deal?
Me and Ben have got this thing, if you pinky promise and you break it, your intestines fall out your arsehole.
So that has been us answering your burning questions about what it's like to be Lainey and Ben for the day. And hopefully we didn't disappoint with the answers. It's not that exciting. The only thing that's exciting about us is our house.
That's true.
We're pretty boring, really.
We hope that you enjoyed this video and you kind of got a little bit of better understanding of who we are and what's going on, or at least our opinions of our experiences.
Yeah.
If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you haven't yet already subscribed, we would love it if you would. And you can also
tickle that little bell notification.
Why does he say that, guys?
Tickle it, because then you'll get notified whenever we upload.
Feels creepy.
I'll give it a little
Stop. You could hit the bell notification. You would be notified when we upload. We do that 3 days a week, a Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday every week at 8 p.m. Also, come and find us on our social medias. It's
at Lainey and Ben on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and Facebook. And obviously where you are now, YouTube. But if you are new and you're kind of like, well, what is your story? Tell me about it. Check out our Spooky Sunday playlist. It'll pop up here, maybe even here. But that's kind of got everything from start to finish.
Yes.
And we've kind of documented it all.
Story so far.
Yeah, so make sure to go and check that out.
So all that's left to say now is thank you so much for watching. We adore you all and appreciate every single one of you. Peace. Ding.